Hey guys, it's Kelly here again and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another top-down view of my desk. So we are back here again because today I wanted to show you how I make stickers. And this is a very simple and very kind of DIY kind of situation and tutorial of stickers. These are not professional in any kind of way. They're something that I create for myself just because I like stickers a lot. I use them in my bullet journaling. I use them with my wrap presents. So it's just fun for me to have, and yeah, they're not professional. I don't sell these, so I'm gonna show you, if you want to do that for yourself for personal use, how you're gonna do that. Now, you don't need a lot of things for this particular tutorial. Basically, what you need is paper, scissors, and a printer. Everything else it's not mandatory. It's something that you're going to decide whether you want to have or use. But what paper that you need is the paper that actually makes the stickers, and that is sticker paper or labels paper. This is the one that I use. I bought this from a office supply store here in my country, and it's super inexpensive. I don't even remember. I think it was like 10 bucks or something like that. And I've seen these types of papers on Amazon. If I do find on Amazon, I'm gonna link them in the description bar down below. But these types of paper are A4. And they can use like a regular paper, a copier, a laser printer, a regular printer, I meant, and these are 100 pages, so 100 A4 pages, and I have just some parts of papers here. They're still stickers, so you know you can use those, but basically they're just a white sheet of paper, and these ones in particular have one dent in the back. I can't really show you. I'll try to insert a close-up in a minute, but these are a full page of stickers. It's like a full page of a label, and there's different types. There are ones that are kind of with a grid. There are others that are like four grid. They have 4 squares on them. Others have a lot more. Basically, you can find all the different ones online, and personally, I didn't want to be restricted and have them just be tiny little squares, so I got the ones that are basically the entire page. So what I do is I print out the stickers. In this case, I have already printed out some of the stickers that I wanted to show you. I print out the stickers and I cut them out, and that's it. That's literally it. There's nothing else to it. The only thing that I would do for my stickers personally is something that I do. Well, I just like the look of it. That's why I do it. But I'm gonna show you in just a second. So after I print them out, I have this contact paper, and this is basically what it sounds like. It's just sticker paper that has a glossy finish, so it's transparent. I don't know if you can tell, but it's transparent, so, and it gives you the laminated feel. So what I would do is just cut out a piece and laminate all of my stickers and then cut them out. And I'm gonna show you how I do this in a second, but that's basically all you need to create your own stickers. You don't even need to laminate them. For instance, these little circles here, I'm not gonna laminate because I want to draw on them in a white gel pen. So that's something that I am going to keep. Just because it's regular paper, you can use it with your markers or ballpoint pen even. So I'm gonna keep those as a paper texture, and these ones I'm going to laminate. So I'm going to put some music on here because it's gonna have some loud noises and my microphone's gonna pick them up, and it's gonna be irritating for you guys to listen to. So I'm gonna speed it up and put some music on so it doesn't bother you, and I'll come back and then explain basically what I did.
Try forget about what you have seen last night. Please think about the sign you gave me. This one can't stop sticking my head for times and times and times. Where are the keys to take this?
Alright, so I cut out the piece, and it doesn't have to be in this shape. I'm just kind of stingy with my contact paper and I don't want to waste any. So that's why I cut it out in this weird shape. But basically, it's kind of transparent so you can see how much it's going to cover, and this is kind of what you want to do. Now I'm gonna cut off a little piece here so that it doesn't... Actually, I'm gonna cut this whole thing out so that it doesn't cover my little circles, and I will be right back. Alright, so now that I have cut out enough that I need and enough for me to laminate it, I'm going to start peeling the edge on one side. And it is good to have something flat, for instance a ruler, that you can use to get rid of any air bubbles that you might have, because it's gonna stick in all these places, so it is good to be prepared for that. This one is kind of the more tedious part of the process. Personally, I kind of dislike doing this just because I hate air bubbles, but at the same time I'm just not careful enough to not get any. So if you hate air bubbles like me, just get a ruler and play a little. It might be a bit annoying and it might take a little bit of time, but if it's gonna make you happier with the result, then I would definitely recommend it. A little tip that I think is good is to start off with just the edge, a little bit of the edge. Oh damn, did I cut through the paper here? Anyway, you start off a little bit of the edge and then you stick it down. So this part is already stuck down, so at least you have a little base and it's not going to peel off. You use the ruler to smooth it out and get rid of the air bubbles. And then when you lift it off and you start peeling away, you're going to see that apparently this has some kind of dent in it. But anyway, you're gonna see that it's going to start to unpeel. Now, I don't know how to proceed with this because it started ripping, and that honestly has never happened to me, but here we are. The moment I decide to record it as a video tutorial, that's when I'm going to get it. But anyway, now I would recommend ripping it off in one go. So if it starts tearing up like mine started doing, just work in little sections and kind of try to peel it off so you can get the other part started. I think it's because my contact paper is a little old and that's why it's doing it. I don't know, maybe it has been sitting in my drawer for a while now, but yeah, it's ripping apart everywhere. It didn't used to do that, but it's doing it now, so I guess I'll just have to work with it. Yeah. When you're doing this, if your contact paper is better, what you're going to end up having is the whole peel is gonna start going together, and you can just slowly peel and stick it down with the ruler. In my case, I'm not able to do that, but I'm just gonna keep working as I go and just see where I get. So wish me luck. Alright, so once you're done with the laminating, as you can see, it started getting all stickerish already. And this little piece right here is one that I missed, and I just didn't want to cover these parts. But now I can cover just this one and make it glossy as well if I decide to. Honestly, it's kind of a hassle, so I'm just not gonna do this at this point, or I'm going to cut this out and then do it. Now honestly, I covered up a bit of this part here, so I'm gonna remove it just a little bit because it only had the edge, and I can do the same little thing that I did with this part of the contact paper. But first, just so I save myself some trouble, I'm going to cut this out so that I have a clean spot to work on and I don't have to worry about covering the space that I don't want to cover. And also get some sharp scissors because mine are not sharp and they really should be for this. So now that I have my little orange, I am going to peel the edge of this again and repeat the process for just the orange. So as you can see, you cut out just the smallest amount, you stick it down, and then you start to air out carefully the bubbles. So since this is a smaller piece, it was a lot easier to do. So at least I can show you how to actually do it, because I really don't know what happened there. That's never happened to me before, but I guess because my paper is beginning to get a little old and maybe the glue's not taking it properly. Alright, so there you have a little laminated sticker, and now what I would do is just cut them out. And for this, I either use a big scissors like this, but mine are very not sharp and it's really annoying me. So another thing that you can use, especially when you're cutting out circular parts, is I'm gonna show you in a second. So another thing that you can use is one of these nail file combinations. They usually come with a little pair of scissors, and these scissors are very good for cutting out circles and they're usually pretty sharp. Let's just see if mine are sharp, but they're usually pretty sharp. So you can cut it out in a more circular shape, and it's also good for little stickers that have a lot of details, but you can't really get into the details because your scissors are way too big. So if you have if you have a pair of these tiny little nail scissors, I would recommend using them. They're usually pretty sharp too, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna show you. I am almost done with my circle. Personally, I don't mind if they're circular, perfectly circular as a shape, because as you can see, I printed out some watercolor illustrations, so naturally they're not a perfect circle, but there you go. That's trash now, and your sticker is completely done. There it is, done. It's over. So yeah, you can just peel off the back now and stick it whatever you want to. I'm just gonna find somewhere to stick my sticker on so I can show you. I probably should have prepared beforehand. I have nowhere to stick my sticker. Okay, so I'm gonna stick it on my sketchbook. Usually I put the label here of when I started it and when I finished it, but I think it's kind of okay. You know, there's a lot of patterns here, but I think I kind of like it. And it's laminated, so it's you know, if you spill something on it, it's gonna stay firm, and they don't really peel off that easily. As you can see, because it's paper, it's gonna stick very well. But also because it's paper, if you start peeling it off, if you don't like where it is and you start peeling it off, you're not gonna be able to do. It's gonna leave the paper residue, so keep that in mind. Again, this is not a perfect process. These are not professional stickers. These are just something that you can do for fun for yourself, and I quite enjoy it. I made a lot of stickers with these. That said, in concerns to the images, I am going to link a few websites down below where you can actually find pictures that you can print out that are completely royalty free. They can be used for personal and professional use, so if you want to check those out, go ahead. One of them is Pixabay. I'm sure a lot of people know about it, but it also has vector images and videos, and it also has illustrations, and that's actually where I got these ones from. I got them from Pixabay, and they are free to use, so I can even sell these if I decide to, because there's no copyright. And the other two websites are also for completely royalty-free images. The only thing is that they don't have any illustrations. So Pixabay is the one that has the illustrations, while say Unsplash or Pexels only has pictures and photos. So these are printed out on sticker paper as well. So you can just print out some pictures that you want to use for your bullet journaling, and just forget about glue sticks altogether, because I really had trouble because I moved and I didn't have any glue sticks, and I started writing in my journal, and I realized that I don't actually have glue to stick them on. So this is an effective way. And as I said, these are royalty free, so you can even sell them if you want. I'm pretty sure that even if you download them just for, say, Pinterest, as long as it's for personal use, I think it's completely okay for you to print them out and stick them in your journal or whatever you want to stick them. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these out and I will show you the final result. Now, as you can see, I'm almost done here. I'm just gonna cut these last two ones out. What I like to do is leave a bit of a white border outside of my illustration, just because it makes it look like a sticker. Basically, it looks like a professional sticker. And another tip that I can give you is sometimes I will put a tiny little border, almost invisible little border, around the illustration in the shape that I want the white border to be. So, if I want this to be the white border, I would put in Photoshop or in Word just a little border around the image itself, so that when I print it out, it can be like a guide for me to, know where to cut and how much of a border I want to have and to make the border more even. But honestly, I rarely do that. I usually just freehand it with my scissors, and whatever it comes out as, that's what the border is. Because like I said, these are for personal use. I don't sell them. I don't need them to be perfect. I just want them to be pretty and to work for me, and an uneven, weird, wonky border around the image is completely okay with me. Keep in mind that your hand will start to hurt as you're cutting with these tiny little scissors, because they're so small and they bend your hand in a certain way, so it will start cramping up. So when you do this, just do like a page of stickers if you don't want your hand to hurt, or if you can, just take breaks. And that's basically it. That's literally all I do to get these stickers for myself. I don't use any fancy cutting machines. I don't really use anything fancy at all. So just the paper is something more specific. It has to be a sticker paper or label paper, and the lamination effect on top of it is completely up to you. It's completely okay to not use it laminated. It's, again, up to you. So yeah, these are all of the stickers that I just made. I will link the sites where I got the illustrations from down below. And yeah, that's it. That's literally all there is to it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe if you like what you see and would like to see more. I would love to see if you made any stickers using my method. And yeah, that's basically it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!